Okay, so the Samsung Galaxy S. This phone was released back in 2010. It came with Android 2.1, but you could upgrade it up to Android 2.3, and it has the TouchWiz UI 3 operating system on this thing. And also this phone came with 8GB of storage and 512MB of RAM, but you could also get another variant with 16GB of storage and once again 512MB of RAM, which is not too bad. I mean, for a 2010 phone having 16GB of storage, it's really not a bad thing in 2010, to be honest. And also speaking about the other stuff, this phone has back there, it has a 5MP camera, as you guys can see. It also has a front facing camera, however it's a VGA, so it's not the best thing. And up here it has a headphone jack, a microsd port for, you know, charging and stuff. Here we have the power button, as you guys can see, and here we have the volume button, as you guys can see. And also behind the back cover, which I really have to remove, very delicate because it is already cracked, as you guys can see. We have the battery, which is actually the original one from 2011, as you guys can see. And behind the battery we have just some information about the phone. As you guys can see, this is actually the Samsung Galaxy S. You can guys see the model, and it is actually the thing. And here we have a SIM card slot, and here the microSD card slot, which is gonna be very useful when we are actually gonna cast around this phone, because we are actually gonna do it. Not in this video, but we are gonna do it sometime in the future. Yeah, here we have the loudspeaker, and that's pretty much with the phone. I guess it's just time to boot it up and see the operating system and all of that. And there we go, Samsung Galaxy S GT i9000. I guess I'm just gonna leave this phone here to boot up, because for some reason, even though the battery still works and all of that, it sometimes boot loops. This one sometimes boot loops and then it boots right into the system, so I guess I'm just gonna give it some time to boot in or something. Oh, so it only took like 2 boot loops for this thing to power on, and there we have the splash screen of the Samsung Galaxy S1. Or just the S, apparently. And here we are at the lock screen, so obviously to unlock the phone you just do that. So here we have the phone. And also speaking about the display quality is like Super AMOLED. It's 4.0 inches, as you guys can see, and the resolution is 480 by 800 due to the nature of this screen size being not too big. And anyways guys, it's actually time to explore this thing, so let's do that. Since we are connected to Wi-Fi, the first thing that I really want to check is the tall cap. It's most probably not gonna work because this phone is old, and I do need a Google account, which is probably not gonna work. And here we have the Gmail account as well, which also that thing doesn't work because the Google services are down for old phones. So with that, let's move on to this app here, which I think is just like a note app. You just note stuff, and yeah, there we have the notes. So that's what that app does, I guess. So here we have Aldico ebook. I'm assuming it's just book app or library or something, and yeah, you can actually read books. I really had no idea I have these books in here, but I guess we do have an app for that. And here we have the AllShare app, which I really want to check that out. It seems like we can play some videos, photos from this phone to my smart TV, so let's actually try doing that, I guess. Since I have no videos or photos to actually test this app's features and stuff, I guess I'm just gonna go to, you know, the camera app, and we are also gonna test the camera quality, so let's do that. So this is the GSM Arena page, and as you guys can see, the camera quality is not the worst, not the best either. I mean, we are talking about 5MP, so yeah, but you know what, you can actually zoom in and zoom out, and for a 2010 phone, doing this is actually not always easy. I mean, not all the phones can actually zoom in and zoom out, so that's very cool about this phone. I'm gonna try to take a zoomed in picture. It's probably not gonna have the best quality, but I mean, at least I tried. Take a video as well, so let's also take a video. There we go. So testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. I'm recording a video from this phone. I can also zoom in. That was the video test. Now let's play those things on my smart TV. Well, here is my smart TV. Here is my Nintendo Switch 2, which maybe I'm gonna test in a future video. Let's play those things on my smart TV. Once again, I'm gonna go to the AllShare app, as you guys can see, and I'm gonna do the play file from my phone on another player, which in this case is just my smart TV. So I think the first thing that I wanna try is going to pictures and just try to, you know, put this picture on my smart TV and stuff. Oh, it actually detected my TV, that's great. So let's see. Oh, it's launching the app. Okay, so far it's cooking. Yo, we actually, wait, I wanna show you guys this. Yo, and the quality is actually not that bad. I mean, you guys can see what it says. I mean, yeah, it is still, oh, okay. Yeah, so that didn't last for too long. For some reason, that thing interrupted. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But as you guys can see, That actually worked, not for a long time, but it did work. If the same thing will also work for the video that I made, so let's go try to put this video on my smart TV as well. I accidentally pressed the power button, my bad, and let's see if that's even gonna work. So, oh, it says, okay, so my TV is in Romanian, but basically it says that the file couldn't be recognized. I'm gonna get back to the previous something. So yeah, unfortunately that didn't work, but you know, we at least tried. I guess the video format was just incorrect for this smart TV that I have, so I guess with that, let's move on to some other stuff that this phone has. Now, speaking about the video and picture quality, I guess I'm just gonna put the picture and video in the timeline so you guys can let me know in the comments how bad or how good the picture quality and video quality is on that phone. So there we go. There we go. So testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. I'm recording a video from this phone. I can also zoom in. So I can also zoom in while I'm recording. This is actually a very cool thing for a 2010 phone. And dude, the camera quality is really amazing. Like, I'm not joking. It's actually great. Once again guys, let me know about the quality of those things. So we tested the camera, we tested the Earthshare thing, which apparently works with just pictures but not for too long, as you guys have seen in just Smart TV for some reason just switched back to HDMI. We have the email app, which honestly I have no idea if it's gonna work, but I guess I'm gonna try it out, so I'm gonna see you guys in a moment or two. If this app still works, this is gonna be a fun moment. And it says that these things are incorrect, but I'm pretty sure they're correct, so I guess the app is just broken. So let's move on to the next one. I guess the next app that we do have, and I wanna try it out, is the FM radio. Can we actually have some music playing from the radio and stuff? Let's find out. I'm gonna have to move my phone for this one. Alright, let's see how bad the quality is. I'm gonna have to plug this thing in here. It actually fits. Apparently it actually fits in. That's quite nice. Never mind, it does. Like, the headphones were just too quiet, but there you go. Yo, it works. Is that Billie Eilish? Lol. As you guys have seen, apparently the radio feature works, so I guess that's a nice thing. I do wonder if it's gonna work without the headphones basically, but it's probably not gonna work. And yeah, it says that the earphone is not connected, so there you go. Well, I guess it's time to check out the internet app. Is anything gonna even work on this thing? I mean, Google works, that's great I guess. Let's see if Wikipedia it's gonna work or not. Is that gonna work? We'll find out, and it's not, because this phone is on Android 2. Because if we were on Android 4, this would be working. So yes, with that, it's time to check the YouTube website I guess. So let's type here YouTube. It's most probably not gonna work because that website is pretty much incompatible with the Android 2 phones and stuff, as you guys know from my previous videos with the Android 2 devices. And there we go, your device is no longer supported. We do need Android 4.0. Do you wonder if I can do something with Opera Mini? Time to plug the phone in the computer. Hopefully I'm not gonna ruin the microSD port. Let's hope that it works now. And there we go, we are on USB debugging. I really hope I can get Opera Mini to this thing, and hopefully it's gonna work with YouTube. Oh, it's installing now, that's great. And now let's see, is Wikipedia gonna work on this nugget? And there we have Wikipedia. I guess we just need another browser to try. It works, that's what we wanted to see. Alright, time to go for youtube.com. And here we are to YouTube. I guess I'm just gonna accept all of that. I have no idea what to expect, and it doesn't. We can't get past this screen, as you guys can see. So I guess just the Wikipedia website and maybe some other websites, but YouTube website clearly doesn't work. So let's move on to some other apps I guess. Speaking about other apps, did you guys know that if you hold the home button you can just access Task Manager of this phone and then close all the apps that are running in background, so your phone will not die because of not too much RAM? That's actually a cool thing that this phone can do, so there you go. Is the Market app gonna work? Probably not gonna work. It also wants me to add a Google account, which is never gonna work. But Mini Diary, Music, which by the way, a cool thing about this phone is that you can sideload music without having a microSD card, man. Like, so many phones from 2010 era want a microSD card for some reason, even though some of them even have enough space, like the Samsung Galaxy X Cover, if I'm not wrong. That phone had enough space, and still I couldn't sideload like music and stuff without a microSD card. So yeah, some phones are very unfortunate. Samsung apps, is that thing still working? I do need a SIM card, which I currently don't have one. So here we have the Social Hub. Oh, it's just a messaging app, but in another format. That's quite interesting. Voice recorder, we can actually record our voice. Okay, let's see the quality of this phone's Zigbee speaker, I guess. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Let's see how bad that is. I have to make the volume high enough.
Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3.
Yeah, the microphone is kinda shit, but at least it records your voice. I mean, at least it does something, that's for sure. Here we have the YouTube app, which is it gonna work and it's not gonna work. We get API errors, there we go. I know there are some stuff you can do with YouTube 2009 APKs, but I tried it on HTC Unifier, it never worked, so I have no idea if this would even work on this phone. But anyways, let's move on to some other stuff, such as Flappy Bird. We do have Flappy Bird on this phone. I wasn't expecting to find Flappy Bird, but there we go, we can actually play it. And as a matter of fact, it works very flawless. Like, we have no lag, we have no issues. As you guys can see, it works just fine. And now we are also gonna get to another app, which is Facebook app. Is it gonna work? Here we are at the login screen. I'm gonna try to put my details in and see if I can log in or not. This is never gonna work, but it's worth a shot. And there we go, password you entered is incorrect error. Yeah, the app is just not working. Let's move on. And here we have Geometry Dash Lite, favorite game. Mostly Geometry Dash because it's the full version and all, but I'm gonna try to beat Stereo Madness on this thing. Oh, we just have Stereo Madness. Okay, let's beat it here. No one wants copyright strikes, do we? The experience is very flawless for a 2010 phone. Like, this phone has zero lag on Geometry Dash, even though it's the very light version. Zero lag on this thing? Pretty surprising in my opinion. It's like a 15-year-old phone, man. I mean, that's quite nice in my opinion. Even here we have no lag, bro. This game is just amazing like that. It's quite a refreshing thing to see on a 2010 phone every now and then, cause most of these phones are laggy as shit on these games, and this one is just beating their ass, man. No lag, bro, no lag. This is just great in my opinion. I'm not trying to overglaze this phone or something, but like, how many 2010 phones can even run this game smoothly? Not all of them, I'm telling you guys, not all of them. I'm not trying to glaze this phone too much, but this is the harsh reality. And there we go, first attempt, we won the game because this phone has no lag. So with that, let's move on to some other stuff. And here we have Pooh. I wonder what he's doing now. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, I feel too bad seeing him like that. Let's move on to some other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna try to log in, so I'm gonna see you guys in a moment of two once again. Well, let's see if this is gonna work. And are you gonna work? Are you gonna work? Yeah, this thing is just loading forever. And these are all the apps. We already explored Opera Mini, so there we go. Is this phone usable in 2025? If you wanna use it as a dumb phone, like doing calls, texting, playing old games, which they still work very good on this phone, then yeah, it is worth it for that. You can also do some web browsing every now and then on the Opera Mini browser, but this phone has Android 2, man. Like, it's very outdated, so honestly, if you want a phone to use, just get a phone with at least Android 7 or something, because this phone is just too outdated, bro. That's all I gotta say, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Disaster. I'm gonna see you guys in a future video where we are actually gonna custom RAM this thing and, you know, phone explorations, jailbreaking, custom ramming and stuff like that. Bye bye!